Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this channel that doesn't exist. I got my new microphone working finally. You probably can't tell. And if you can, good for you. We're gonna watch season 2 of Scooby-Doo Where Are You this time. First, I gotta get everything posted. And that takes way too long. I'll have you know. Share, I guess. Like, we're watching Scooby-Doo Where Are You? Episode 18, aka Season 2, Episode 1, Nowhere to Hide. And I have to post the link. You can find your own copy in a little while. It should be too hard to find one. And since this is Season 2, we get the new intro, which I don't know if it's on this copy. I should have checked. And we also get chase music in all but one episode, so try to catch me not singing that, because it's pretty difficult to listen to someone try to sing, don't you know? Paste. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, what? Post it in here, and then it should be okay. Get out of the way. Alright, now that we're done with that, just let my phone run out of battery and we'll be okay. Oh, I don't even have it queued up. What am I, an idiot? You know, we're just going in the order I have on here. I don't care that the caveman episode is the third one and not... You know, I kinda care. 2046. It doesn't look like it has the intro. Anyhow, now that I'm ready to go, let's start it in 3, 2, 1. Nope, no intro. 1970, Season 2. This is quite a revered episode, although I won't say exactly why, but it's a fine episode, I think. I believe I forgot to do the rankings of the episodes last time, and I believe I'll forget this time, too. Is Hyde wearing gloves? Is that a full body costume? Or is it just paint? So I feel like they'd find his fingerprints. And of course, the scariest part of this episode is Hyde lurking in the back of the mystery machine. I'm quite scared of Hyde. He's a great cause of despair. No, not despair in my life. But sometimes when I'm not thinking correctly, I'm often like, oh, is the ghost of Hyde lurking in my closet? Because he could be lurking anywhere. He could be lurking right behind you right now. We're going to ignore this opening comedy bit. Because nobody else is going to eat this ice cream. Do they have one home, or do they live in separate houses? They're not clear on this. Oh, yes, and since it's season 2, we get Heather North as the voice of Daphne instead of Stefaniana Indira. Oh, God, I never remember her name. Stefaniana Christofferson Indira, something like that. Yeah, now Daphne sounds rather normal. Because she was Daphne for so long. It was like 40 years. Well, no, closer to 30. Sorry for the exaggeration. Although there wasn't Scooby-Doo at all times. Anyhow, yeah, the ghost of Hyde is in their back seat, and that is genuinely terrifying. Yeah, just some. They're scared that it's a ghost and not that there's just some weird, scary man. I suppose they've seen enough ghosts in their day to know that, oh shit, this guy's got green skin. That means he must be a ghost. How does Velma know that he is Hyde? Is his picture in the paper? Is he that famous? What an insane person thing to do. It's also bold of Hyde to just return to his house. I suppose that's the kayfabe that he is fake Dr. Jekyll and that he's trying to pin this crime on somebody else. But couldn't he have gone, say, to another location first and then slipped out when nobody noticed him? Like, just in case someone followed him, like they definitely did. What do those devices even do? And it isn't me. He looks all. His face shape is the same. That's a good detail. So obviously, the ghost of Hyde is Dr. Jekyll. Or is it Jekyll? What framing they cut off his head? Yeah, his face is the exact same, but even though it's a mask. Dr. Jekyll fucks. And he's not Dr. Jekyll the Third. He's merely. Well, I guess he could have a different first name. Doctor isn't a first name. Unless you watch Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated, which Sheriff is a first name. So the plot is Dr. Jekyll was trying to get onto the sports drink racket, and he instead made a monster potion, as often happens. Or at least that's his story. So we're going to call the cops on you, Dr. Jekyll. The shoes is a weird touch. He's obviously trying to throw suspicion off of himself now that he just confessed to these children that he's been stealing shit, or that he's been turning into a monster. Well, it's either the attic or the basement, and those places are scary anyways. Why are bats living in a treasure chest? They're not treasure. Funny place. How would bats even get in there? It's closed. They bothered to make a different ape head other than the ape man just for this bit. That cost them at least 30 cents of fucking materials, Scooby. Those poor animators. Oh, don't worry, they get to reuse their walking animations all the time. Don't screenshot that frame. That's an odd thing, how the doors open to a mirror, but I wouldn't say it's the most insane thing ever. See, that's obviously the shadow of the Ghost of Hyde, but that's just for us, the audience. Because the thing that's casting the shadow looks nothing like the Ghost of Hyde. Unless he was also there and just didn't show his face in the scene, which is also possible. Also, the stupid small doors gag is really hilarious. How does that mouse open all those doors leading to his house? What an idiot. I wonder why the saturation or the brightness had to pick up for there. Why was that frame darker than the rest of those few frames? How many people were housekeepers back in the day, you wonder? That's like full-time career, just keeping one stupid house clean. I guess they get paid a little bit and probably get food and shit and lodging. So I guess it's not the worst thing because you get a place to live and something to do, but you probably don't get that much money, not as much as you deserve. Nobody ever gets paid as much as they deserve. Yeah, they get paid too much or too little. Just depends on point of view. Why did Daphne get cuter in this season? It's like they redesigned her, but it's just the same Daphne, you know? But she's just peering over Freddy's shoulder. That was adorable. Bats. Vipers. These are horribly organized shelves. I like this gag. The TV set is a very funny gag. Oh, I suppose I should reveal it now. I am, in fact, streaming all of these season 2 episodes tonight. Oh god, yeah. Shows like that are out of the. These are the most dated shows possible. Like a Bozo the Clown show slash Howdy Doody. A Western TV show? Like, nobody fucking makes these things anymore. Quick, Daphne, look away. Nobody wants to see your mouth. Especially when you talk. You know what? As much as I complain about the lazy animation, I respect the hustle. Like, come on, you gotta finish this shit. And it's only distracting to people like me. This is a good piece of double exposition, where they set up the thing happenings, but then they have to explain something first before they move on to the next thing, which is right there waiting for them. I guess that helps with the pacing. They also never explain how Jekyll does the quick change. What is that Velma animation? Heather North's voice is it's like a breath of fresh air. It's very familiar to me, and I just appreciate it. It feels like home. Because Velma's going to change voice actors a lot. Fred isn't going to change voice actors, but I don't really particularly care about Frank Welker's portrayal of Fred. He's the only Fred aside from Child Fred. So he does a fine job. It's just that I've heard him so much. Yeah, put your arm on her shoulder, Daphne. She's very affectionate in this, apparently. Or maybe she just needs her emotional support, Velma. Okay, we're at the second act low point. Oh, they switched where the commercial breaks are in this. Because this one was only 14 minutes and they're usually 15 minutes. Well, I guess that's not too different because they usually would have the intro, wouldn't they? Hmm. Right here. Ah, now we have, I think, my favorite of the Scooby Doo songs for this season, Recipe for My Love. That's the day I got to dreaming about a recipe for my love. Took all the things I was dreaming, things around that's just not enough of. I tried and tried, find out my secret to my recipe. But all of these things could make up my baby and what my baby needs to me. Anyhow, they're all done by Austin Roberts, who also did the new theme tune, which we didn't get to hear, but it's a fine rendition, just a bit more produced. And of course, the songs have nothing to do with what's happening on screen, unless you think Hyde is somehow making the recipe for love with his monster juice, which he might be doing. Maybe monsters are the way humans really do get love. Don't think too far into that. I certainly didn't. And I'm not a biggest fan of chases to music actually because all right, they're at least 1 to 2 minutes long depending on how long the music is. And all they're doing is chasing. There's no plot happening. It's just a bunch of comedy jokes, but they're more like tragedy jokes. Occasionally they do that where they lower the audio if they need to say something. I suppose you must have to write an episode around a musical sequence. Oh, of course, since the original concept of the show was that they were a band, I suppose that the idea would have been that one of their songs would be playing, much like a Josie episode. But instead, they just got some random guy, since they are not a band. I'm considering making Mystery Inc. a band again, but I wouldn't want them in concert, because that just is waste of time for mystery episodes. When you could put enticing shit like suction cups inside the episodes. Okay, so the suction cups reveal the true villain. Everything else in this, a lot of the clues in this are red herrings, trying to point the blame at Helga, of course, because she is a circus star, ex-circus star, so she wouldn't need the suction cups to climb the wall. He wasn't moving. Supposed to be moving towards the camera? Maybe. I like this trap at least. The trick trap, as they call it. It's certainly unique for the time. Oh god, this is filler. Then they duck in. Oh wait, he doesn't turn into a monster. He turns into a ghost. That makes sense. I like how the different hides are different heights. Holy shit, Velma's small. Yeah, I guess you couldn't have Shaggy and Scooby do this because then they would have gone into the trapdoor. So this is a way around it. Surprise of surprise. God damn it, they always do that, where they say someone completely incorrect to piss me off. Wait, they all failed? God damn, Jekyll sucks. So that was all last minute. It wasn't a plan, he's just dumb. He could have gone anywhere else but his own goddamn house. Yeah, I like all the red herrings. They make for enticing mysteries. I should be saying intriguing. Dumb fucking Daphne look before she's allowed to talk. Yeah, it's a compelling mystery. I like the Ghost of Hyde. He's scary. Is there some funny stuff in this? I guess so. I didn't laugh once though, so probably not. It's just this is like the bar for Scooby Doo. Well, I don't know. This one's pretty good for a bar, but you know what? If we set the bar high, that means we can fail a lot of people. Oh yeah, I could just watch the credits. Yeah, here's the new theme. And also they changed some animations around. So instead of Ghost of Elias Kingston, it's the Ghost of Mr. Hyde. Uh, Scare Parent instead of Phantom. I think that was Charlie that was replaced by Zendwo. That was Allie was replaced the bathtub. Creeper replaces Captain Cutler. Who replaces Charlie here? Oh, the Witch Doctor. Okay. That dragon replaced the Black Knight. And of course, that new house replaces Kingston Manor. And Scooby-Doo pulling off the mask of the creeper off his own face replaces the cotton candy. So that's the rundown of differences between the seasons. All right, well, that's it for that. Episode 2's up next. Mystery Mask Mix-Up. Gotta change the title though. Okay. Mix-Up is a dash. Mix-Up with Upsilon. Okay, I'm gonna take a brief break. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, wow. Why did they get muted? That was weird. Oh, it wasn't even at 100% volume. God damn it. But now oh my god, I can't do that. I'll leave it at the default 72 because that's the one I tested out. Oh, I can activate the mute with my headset, even though it's not on my headset. Okay, that's interesting. Well, at least I solved that. Figured out I can do that shit. Alright, Mystery Mask Mix Up. Very difficult title to say, and also the racist episode of Scooby-Doo. So get your fucking... I don't know, what do you get for racist episodes? Get your blinders on, get your blindfolds, get your pitchforks and torches. I don't know. If the episode exists, I'm gonna watch it. I actually think this episode is kind of funny, but it's also fucking terrible, as with most things. There's a give and take scenario going on. Anyhow, we're just gonna watch it. Mystery Mass Mix Up in 3, 2, 1. I feel like the last title was in yellow, but this one's in orange. Killer for this one. I don't remember this one all too well. Okay, yeah, he appears out of the green flame. He's very unintimidating without his mask. That's why the scare pair get the brunt of the episode's scares. Obvious Frank Welker voice. Who is setting off these fireworks? They look so out of place with these Chinese caricatures. I suppose they're not caricatures. They're just sort of stereotypical, I'll say. They're in the 60s. They're not gonna dress like this. You know, just all of them. They're off balance. Oh no. They're not even moving. They don't get animation budget. Oh, some of them got to move there. That scene was so funny it got to be in the intro. Yeah, some of the shots are dark to start off, but then they get brighter. I wonder what the reason for that is. Excuse me? Fucking Velma. It's just the frame of her. Also, Daphne just bought a pure gold mask. This bitch is loaded, even back then. Why is Shaggy brighter than the rest of them? Also, the only description he got for hiding behind Velma. Oh my god, that real Chinese. Well, can't follow him through that. Uh, I guess Night of the Living Dead was briefly before this. I don't think they might have had enough time to really plan for that at the time of the first season, though. So yeah, I guess this is their answer to it, which isn't really exciting. They did have the zombie in Which is Which, but he was a voodoo zombie. This one they actually used Living Dead, which is a copyright by the one that isn't George Romero. John Russo? Something like that. I like the song, but I wish I could get the version that isn't Davy Jones. They really front loaded the season with the good songs, I think. Because I really like the one from the Creeper episode as well. This is also a very early time for the song. Also, this chase is ridiculous and I love it. I don't understand how anything is happening, and I need it. Fuck. Nobody's looking. I think Austin Roberts' voice is very good, so that's why these songs are so enjoyable now, even though they're completely unrelated bubblegum pop. I wouldn't call them ballads. They're definitely just pop songs. Quick, Scooby, teach the kids to hitchhike. Oh no, ghosts. Yow. Okay. I remember this as him running with a rickshaw and somehow being faster. What a bicycle. Sure. I don't know what that's called. I like how these two zombies just have normal white person, you know, hit skin colored hands. Oh my god, a banana peel. I remember that. Oh, he had a green arm for a second there. These poor fish. Jesus. Sort of creepy looking. I don't know when they had time to do this, but they grabbed her. Maybe they were briefly down for a moment. Oh god. I just noticed the fucking mirror that they added for this one scene because it doesn't exist ever again. Until you get the Mystery Machine designs that actually have mirrors, which are nice. Like the 90s Mystery Machine. I don't remember if Mystery Inc. had one, though. I don't think they actually wrote that properly backwards. Ah, yes. The only temple in the hills. I also like the episodes that change their location a lot. Because even though I like Nowhere to Hide, I don't like the fact that it's just all in one house. This place is a fine final place to end up at, but I'm glad they, had a few adventures around town as well. God, that's a fucking fat motherfucking Buddha statue. Look at those creeps and weirdos. Snow got his stupid mask. On pillars, no less. What weird shading. None of her muffled words before that had anything to do with that. Whoa, Scoob, check out this crazy broom closet. Just walking blind into a room. This dumbest thing. How he did this is unknown. God, the fact that he just oh, he turns into a stupid motorcycle for no reason. The wall just lifts up. Oh my god, there's so many funny things in this episode. It's a shame they got wasted on a boring villain that's racist. Yeah, it's a reused shot, you could tell because there was already a line behind him. Yep. I suppose that saves him a bit. I don't know why his hands are like that. He has like claws. That's never explained. Strange how that one throwaway line became their name. Oh yeah, the rug bit. There's just a lot of good visual gags they do here. Like the stupid table there. And of course they crash into this, the arms break off. Oh, what do you know? You gotta hide. So of course you do the visual gag. What? They didn't do it? Oh, they might do it later. Oh, it's time for the most racist part of any episode ever. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, everything about this is wrong. I will have nothing of it. What what even? Ugh, yeah, and then they did that. Ugh. I hate. I hate that I laugh at this episode. Oh, I wish things are black and white. 'Cause this is probably the episode with the best jokes of the entire series, even. And it had that in it. And that was one of the worst bits ever. And Zentuo sucks. I mean, he doesn't. He has his moments like this. We will build a new storeroom. Fucking hell. I like how they don't use explosives, they use fireworks. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I guess that would get kind of hot. I like how they accidentally find things. It's fun. Oh yeah, they haven't done any like research at all this episode. Oh, Daphne's getting diseases from that one. Is it? I guess the episode's almost over. It must be. Let me just explain how it's going to work first before it eventually doesn't work. I mean, it will work, kind of, but it never works how they say it will. What the fuck am I doing? Wasn't this a non-step step? Whoa! And of course he never steps off of it at any point. That would be too easy. Image of him just rocking. And of course this is now a major problem because they just gave the villain a rocket-powered skateboard in which to chase them. Also, I like the very Scooby-Doo joke of, oh shit, alright, I'm doing something. Then they see the villain and like, oh shit, I gotta do something. I gotta finish this quick. They just do it like twice as fast. It's very funny to look at. And yeah, that's how they trap the villain. They demonstrate him. Ah, there are worse episodes in this season. Well, you're just shit detectives. Like, come on. You know, a lot of accident, circumstance, and coincidence surrounds these mysteries. But you know what? Fuck. Fuck it. It's fine. Because coincidence and happenstance are just sort of how the world works. You were just coincidentally born after your... whatever, I'm not getting into this. Why is this a Chinese mouse? Eh, eh. Anyhow, that's the end of the episode. Next, we're on to... Oh, God. Am I going to do it? I think I'm going to do it. God damn it. Episode 20. Scooby's Night with a Frozen Fur. Alright. It's just always been backwards on my end. So I don't really know if that's the correct order anywhere. I might have corrected the order for season 2 of the Scooby-Doo show, because I know that one I had in a weird order. Oh well. I don't know if that's enough time to really get any, but we should be close enough. Okay. Yeah, that should be enough time. 3, 2, 1. And of course, this is famous for being the caveman episode. And the only funny thing about the caveman episode is, of course, the Skooks bit with, well, he's there and I'm out here, and I just remembered he's out there and we're out here. And he's the sheriff. What I want to know is, where's the caveman? Anyhow, this chiller we see in the opening technically has nothing to do with the episode, because that caveman is unrelated. What devilry is this? These beach party intros are a bit strange to me. Oof. Oof. First inciting incident. I guess it makes sense. Here we are, folks. Fuck folded it in from 2 million-year-old paper. Yeah. This episode's kind of boring. And that weird. Oh my god, it ends so quickly in the normal episode. Oh. This is going to be just as bad when we get to the episode with Amanus. Because it's not going to be Eric Arby, Clyde Dickerman, or Harry Keeble. It's Professor Greer, by the way. That guy hit the back has so much disdain for the guy in front of him. Dang, he's strong. That shit's gotta weigh a ton. What? What? What even was that? Here's one of the rare instances in which we see something that the kids don't. Seems like that always weirded me out. Because, like, how do they know? Why do we know this is happening? I'm thinking build some dramatic irony with that sort of shit. The bomb under the table sort of thing, but Ice Cube saying, turn up the heat. Oh, there's where the I just remembered came in. The let's investigate moment in this. It's him forgetting his rot. I don't honestly. They don't explain how that happened. He's not an actual caveman. Spoilers. There it is. We did it. Where's the cave? His mouth disappeared there. Why does that happen? Why do I only laugh at the things that don't make any sense? Scooby Doo is really a show about sense and nonsense conflicting with each other. Oh, and since my mic isn't technically on my head, it won't be bumped into by some poor fool messing with his blanket. Or her blanket, sorry. Remember how far away they were when the shots started? They must have gotten much closer. He's up to so much. Who let that pot of lobsters just on the fucking thing? Oh, if this were a video game, this would be one of the worst stealth sections I could imagine. At least they spent the animation budget on that. Not really. A stupid dog made a bunch of noise behind him. Also, I don't understand how this happens either, because the caveman is just there. And he's obviously only there to make you think that Ingstrom is the culprit. Oh my god, film. Oh yeah, this is why, because this episode's basically just a chase once this fucker shows up. Which is 8 minutes in. Yeah, that's about typical monster introduction length. But he's on screen way too much, and he's not scary. He's just a fucking caveman. Scooby. Scooby. Get ready for funny bits with the caveman. Oh yeah. Okay, now we finally got some mystery shit. God, the villain's motivation in this is so vapid that there isn't really much they can do in terms of mystery solving. eh, yeah, yeah. This is definitely one of my least favorite episodes. Just in general, really. It's not very enthralling to see him run around stupid ocean land. And that's the point we know as a kids that Professor Instrument and his crazy machine have nothing to do with it. And by find out what the caveman's up to, I mean bang. In the caveman's closet. Isn't that convenient? That is kind of scary. Yeah, the caveman, left his boat out in the middle of the bay and then rowed back. I, uh, I guess that's a clue. Oh god, the ice machine. Jesus Christ. That's a fucking good ass ice machine. And also, this is my favorite part of the episode. The most unbelievable thing happens in the universe, and I love it. A fine plan. Yes. Yes. That's how keys work. Oh my god. Oh my god. And the caveman's already gone. Oh, wait. This is Velma. Oh my god, Velma. You were on a boat. You could have just hauled anchor and got the fuck out of there, but no. You're just sailing home on a block of ice. I guess the keys could have been out of it, or if they didn't know how to sail that ship. But still, come on. Yeah, there's no clues to be found, just the ice machine and the current thing. It just tells them why the costume was in the ice block. Yes, fish are known for being sneaky out of the water. He didn't even give him a second glance. What a stupid plan. Congratulations. Poor Daphne. If they threw the net off that easy, how would it have pulled that fucking caveman? 7 days a week? Yeah, this one's good too. Don't know what to do. Monday morning, I've been dreaming about you. Yeah. 7 days a week now. 7 days a week. You got me cocking in my sleep. 7 days a week. Yeah, I don't understand how the caveman is super strong. It's not. I guess it's the mask. Oh, what a character! Why watched? I don't even remember where that quote is from, so I'm not going to be able to help doing an impression of that person. Oh god, yeah, the water just standing still. Do not open. What a ridiculous invention. Yeah, KV is just. He's not that scary. Just being around you. 7 days a week now. I apologize for my lack of pitch. I'm sure if I practiced, I could get somewhat better, but not good enough to sing, I suppose. Anyhow, I always get annoyed when people say stuff like that. Anyways. Giant clam? What is Daphne hiding in there? I don't understand. I don't understand how anyone landed on top of him. That's the same sheriff. His very advanced and well thought out scheme, which they didn't found. Well, I guess they did find that. Never mind. I feel like he was just going to murder Professor Wayne. I mean, Angstrom. A talking fish? Ridiculous. Who the fuck wants to talk to fish? They literally have the least thing amount to say out of anyone. Whales I can get. Fish? Useless. I feel like they should have set up the dancing earlier to make up for this. Yeah. Instead, they're just sort of like. They did the malt shop joke. Yeah, if Scooby Doo didn't have a dance partner earlier, I guess it would make more sense for the caveman end joke. But as it is, yeah, it's just dancing. Dancing is not funny. Okay, that's that episode. Well, for everyone's episode that anyone has seen the most, they've watched Scooby Doo, Jeepers, It's the Creeper. I don't know why. I suppose the Creeper shows up in a lot more things. It's a standard Scooby Doo reference. Showed up in Cyber Chase. His daughter showed up on Mystery Inc. Aside from that, I don't know. Well, I guess he's sort of a memorable character as it is, but this is another one of those chase episodes where the villain is just chasing him the whole time. There's not too many clues. It's just one, where they're all at the beginning and they don't really matter. Of course, everyone was here for me when I compared what the Creeper said in this episode to what he said in Cyber Chase, which was in Cyber Chase he said Creeper, which is what I thought he said in this episode, but no, this one he says paper. That's spoiling something, so we'll just get into the episode. Scooby-Doo. Jeepers, it's the Creeper. In 3, 2, 1. And plus, the Creeper's sort of creepy, so I like this opening. I don't like how they do walking towards the camera though, because they just zoom in without moving the background or changing it, I should say. Every second of this episode is etched into my memory. It's not bad that this is the case, because this isn't the worst episode. I think it's rather funny. Well, I don't know. It's been a while. What if he was just dead? Yeah, the beginning of this episode is very strong. I like the structure up until a certain point. Because we got an inciting incident. We won't get too much we will get exposition from the bank manager, the bank president, Mr. Carswell. Also, crystal clear motivation for the villain this time. Same, it's the same as with Hyde, where he's just a thief. But still, it's not a complicated thing like he's the leader of an international smuggling ring and it takes 10 hours to get him to drop his extraterrestrial rights. Sorry, extraterritorial rights. Fucking Ace Attorney Investigations. One. Bastard. And then you get a little in between scene before the actual let's investigate moment. Because honestly, why would they investigate at this point? They got the guy to that thing, and they left it in someone else's hands. It's not their problem yet. It certainly will be. So that's what I would do. I feel like I would just let the police handle it. But as soon as it affects them personally, that's when they start, investigating. Also, Scooby just ate half that corn cob. Like, what is he insane? The Creeper is an anomaly in the fact that he manages to stay scary, despite the fact that you see him on screen a lot. It's a good design. I got an idea. Let's light it on fire. It's always the mall shop with you, Freddy. You have a problem. They're just planning to litter? Oh, this is the hurdle. The let's investigate moment, I guess. Oh, it wasn't as clear cut now. Hmm. Yeah, Jesus. Okay, this walking towards the cameras is a bit better because the background was moving. God, he's hunching something fierce. Velma on her knees is microscopic, basically. Remember how short she was in the hide getup? Jesus. And this is another early song, and everyone remembers this song because it's very strange. It's about being in love with an ostrich, as we all are one of these days. You tell me if you don't understand it. It's fun to be in love with an ostrich. If you haven't tried it, don't deny it, my friend. Else it's so much fun. So out in the sun with the rest of the world. Your head in the sand. I can basically just look away from the screen because I know what's happening. How does anyone can think of this song? I guess if the ostrich is a metaphor, how did a horse jump over that ravine with a cart attached, but the one without a cart didn't? It didn't clear it at all. It like got halfway. That second horse is a bitch. Fucking bitch horse. Hmm. He makes very fucking silly noises. Boy, mom. I kind of like the baby chick side plot because it lasts a while. Oh yeah, the second car. There aren't many clues to find in this episode, aside from the paper. Rude. Oof, I'm getting tired. I wonder what I can do about that. Well, that's only natural. It's 4 in the morning. I'm getting fear-mongered in these fucking YouTube recommendations. Oh, what's this scary space discovery? You better fucking watch out, peons of Earth. It's going to affect you in 300 billion years. Watch out, fuckers. Convenient trees. Hmm. Oh, I've seen it so many times. Jesus Christ, I've seen this episode at least like 30 times, I imagine. That might be a hyperbole, but it's a ridiculous number. I'd be willing to bet at least 10, though. Cave? What a strange bridge. I wonder how many of those actually exist. Oh, I need some water, I guess. Ah, poor Scoop. Phew, he did it. Wow. Now we get to one of my prime examples of a red herring in a Scooby Doo episode. They said nobody's home a split second before he revealed himself. Look around a little bit more, fucking Shaggy. The goddamn Hermit of the Hills has nothing to do with anything. He's just creepy for creepy's sake. He has no motive. He looks worse. Fucking hell. No, he must be the creeper. He's creepy. What a weird old man. Every time they say that, it's wrong. I would like to see them be right for once. Plus, the creeper just sitting in the mystery machine waiting for them is a smart move by the creeper. Good on you. You turned 180 degrees, Velma. You should have known this would happen. God, this doorway. It's so funny. Oh. Hmm. The hay bale finale. I feel like someone would die if they went through a hay baler. Although I have no idea how they work. It seems dangerous to go through any sort of machine. Oh god, his fucking collar is on. We were wrong. Oh my god, a different sheriff. Carswell. Yep. I wish there were more clues in this. I like how it was three of the same human talking to themselves. That's amusing. Oh, Scooby Doo. How does he know? Why are they viewing this from out in the car? They don't actually care. Oh, God, I'm tired. I need some food or something. I didn't get much sleep. Oh no, baby. My poor sleep schedule. I did my math wrong and I've been going to this bed at the wrong time every night. Oh well. That's Jeepers as the Creepers. I don't think it's a terrible episode. It has a lot of memorable moments, and I think a lot of the reveals, and it's got a lot of scary things in it. Creeper is a good design. I like the song. It's just the fact that it's a lot of chasing. There's not much meat to the plot of this. It's just it had one idea, and they had to stretch it out into like 30 chase scenes. Anyhow, that's episode 4. aka episode 21. So we're on to the next one, which is, ooh, Haunted House Hang Up. I quite like Haunted House Hang Up. I don't, no, I don't remember if that one has a dash either. I don't care. Haunted House Hang. I think it has a dash, so I'm gonna do it. All right, I'll give you like a minute to get a copy of that episode. You can find it in most places Scooby-Doo is found. And not a pizza joint. I doubt they sell this episode in a pizza joint, so don't look there. Alright, that seems like enough time. I did the math in my head. Visiting a pirate site, a completely legal website. Anyhow. Whew. Ready? Alright. Going in 3, 2, 1. Yes, there is a dash. I was vindicated. Quite an ominous opening, and I feel like I'm going to rip it off a million times when I do my Scooby-Doo scripts. Just because the ominous flickering through the windows to zoom in on the monster inside. That's a classic setup. I don't. Oh yeah, this is where they get lazy and they don't fully do the transition, so they do like blue and green wipes. You might have seen that already. They are capable of playing instruments. Fred does not applaud them. For one, he does not want to die, and also he doesn't care for their performance. I like how they stop to view the most unhelpful sign in history. We use the metric system here in fake America. What is Asa Shanks doing out in this neck of the woods, anyways? I feel like I have more to say during episodes I like. And also, I cannot possibly review these blind. I like Asa Shanks. He's a quality character. His animations are a bit cantankerous. And since nobody who's seen the Spectre has lived, everybody who knows about the Spectre doesn't exist. And thus Asa Shanks walks into the fucking distance, disappearing as he is a walking contradiction. The let's investigate moment of. No, no, it's not. God, it's such a fucking stupid thing. They have no better containers to hold this baloney other than a lunch pail. They didn't even ask if anyone had a coin. They just immediately went to baloney. Because they are absolutely insane. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, Fred forgot to pay the no ghost bill. Ah, rear engine. What the fuck? God, this fucking car doesn't make any sense. There are rear doors back there, guys. You gotta remember that. You know, they explain how those ghosts are made, but they don't explain what makes the noises. Maybe the place is actually haunted and the balloons are just fortuitous happenstance. Oh, this is the first appearance of Know It All Velma. What a bitch. Yeah, I know. How did. Nah, I might have teleported. I was about to ask how Asa Shanks got back here before then, but I have to wonder how fast a man can walk and how far away they really were from the Haunted Mansion. Because they were in a car and he's just on foot. Well, I guess he might have had a car too. Who's the fucking know? Unexplained also, these doors opening and closing. I guess they could be automatic. Somebody did set up the floating candle, so I guess they explained that. Oh my god, run away. It might burn you. Phew, it's safe. I don't know how they do this trick, but I guess somebody set it up. It's a scary old trick, but what even causes it? That's probably just a magic trick or something. Me when looking at those like holographic images of dinosaurs or whatever the hell. Or if you rotate, look at it from a certain angle, light makes it look like it's a different picture, you know? Alright, Ace of Shanks is here. I don't know why I'm looking at the timestamp. That's not an actual ETA of how long they've been traveling since then. It's been like 5 minutes though. I've debated about this scene before. How I don't know if I like the headless specter revealing that he has moved the box. But otherwise, if it just showed them uncovering the box, I don't know if it would be nearly as scary. Because we know that the fucking headless specter did this. Fucking visual storytelling. How does that work? And I suppose all the chillers in the opening are things the gang doesn't see, so what's the point? That is a good point. What a sly devil. Hmm. Why does he leave footprints? Okay, that's an easy enough thing to explain. He just did heel to toe walking for this silly little illusion. What a showman. I guess that's what you gotta be if you're gonna dress up as a headless ghost and laugh maniacally as you place your fake wooden head around the mansion to scare fucking teenagers off. Really? Okay, so the pounding was coming from inside? So that means Asa Shanks is in the fucking room with them in this scenario. But they somehow walk out with the Headless Spectre, even though that's not it. Hmm. Couple of loose ends that I sometimes don't remember. Love his laugh. Headless Spectre laugh is a gorgeous thing to listen to. I don't even understand how he pops out of the fucking fireplace. I don't understand a lot of things in this episode. So my only conclusion is that the places either have a it's either haunted or has a bunch of gimmicks going for it. Your blue is what you do to sing this happy tune. I don't know why Shaggy can't fit in. He just doesn't take off his shoes. Not that that would have mattered. I don't even think I could pick best chase song of this season because I love them all. It'd be like choosing a favorite child. Just blame Austin Roberts. He's just got a very nice voice. Because this is one of the only few malicious things that Headless Spectre does, despite, not being technically a bad guy. He tries to jump on them. What an asshole. Maybe he knew there were pillows and was playing up the bit. Seems unlikely. God, what a ridiculous. Dig that crazy drag race. Must be a telephone line. Or even a telegraph line. Jesus. It's weird to think that those still might exist somewhere. They're not hurt at all, even though they fell into that shallow of water. From off of a telephone pole. Jesus Christ. They're durable. Daphne's useful? That's a joke, of course. Daphne is quite useful in finding clues. Oh, yes, I have to complain about Velma reading that line later. I won't need to remind myself because it's very noticeable. 1 second later. It's an old fruit cellar. You fuckers fit right in. They were getting ready to murder them. I feel like you would die if you got. Are those metal or glass? Even if they were empty, you would still get fucking, like, beamed. Quick, let's eat something without looking to see what it is. And also, it's in this old fucking house. They just sit in the corner and get high off the helium gas. I don't even know if you can do that. Where did they find that sheet? I feel like these are cinema sins, but I'm just sort of jazzing. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, that second line there should have been read differently. She read it like she was just dictating. Of course, this is just a red herring. I'm gonna need to take a break after this episode and get my energy up and my self prepared for A Tiki Scares No Fair because that episode I've claimed is the worst of this entire series, and I wonder if I even have the energy to deal with that shit. This has somehow become an iconic part of Scooby Doo, the fly trap lily. Even though I think they just redesign it every time to be a more of a Venus flytrap, which makes more sense from a horror perspective, as just a normal flower that turns into monsters more silly than it is scary, like a Venus flytrap. Why does it look like he's humping the balloon? What a fucking strange situation they are in. Oh yeah, they haven't run into him at this far. I'm glad they remembered that. Fred and Daphne were just wandering around a fucking house this whole time. They didn't run into shit. This has been the Velma Shaggy and Scooby show. Of course, the episode isn't over, even though they just got the villain. So what does that mean, you ask? Well, that's right. It's a fake villain. So he's fifth generation? 150 years? 1810? I think he said one too many great for this to be realistic. I don't know. I guess he could say something weird. Scariest part about this guy, aside from his horribly lazy costume, is the axe he's holding, which he will immediately drop. There it goes. He dropped the axe, just like how Laurie Strode always drops that fucking knife. God, fuck the phony Phantom. Asa Shanks is a good character, and they wasted him on the fucking phony Phantom. A guy in a sheet. We somehow ended up with more culprits than we did suspects. Good for us. Same thing happened in the pirate episode, though, too. Snoopers. All that cash is still good yet? I guess it'd be worth something to historians, so it might be even worth more now. I'd imagine I would want to store a fortune in, like coins or something valuable. Like gold to ingots or something. And not cash. Ah, yes. My life savings of $1,523 from 1852. Well, I might be able to buy a car with this, I guess. I don't know. It seems like it wasn't worth the effort of dressing up without a head. Whatever you know, that's the deal. Anyway, I like that episode. I think it's the last. Well, like it's what I say is the last good episode of Scooby Doo because the ones that follow aren't the best. I do like Don't Fool with a Phantom though, so maybe I'm just lying through my teeth. And there's only a couple episodes left, so that's mainly it marks the end of the streak really, because now we're getting into Tiki Scares No Fair and Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Werewolf. Both are kind of bad. So anyhow, we're going to take a brief BRB. And when we come back, we're going to watch Tiki Scares No Fair. Lord save us. Oop. Reset the time. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait, did I change the number? I don't think I did. So 25 episodes of Scooby-Doo, 25, 24, so it's 23. Yeah, I didn't change the number. At least I got that. Not that anyone knows it by that anyways. I always know it is season 2, episode 6. I don't remember the number as they are. Anyhow, BRB. God damn it, I was eating a cookie. I shouldn't have came back too soon. Hey, I'm back. That seemed like plenty of time. I wonder if I'll have a lot to say, because I never really paid too close attention to this episode, so it's one you just sort of zone out while you're watching. So you're like, what the fuck is going on? Or maybe just everything happens is just so fucking terrible. You know what? Let's watch it and find out. Tiki scares no fair. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, they changed the font just for this one episode. How special. It must be a great episode then. They don't do a lot of globe trotting early on. This is the farthest they go, and it's just Hawaii. Well, they are dumb, so they don't know the implications of their actions, I would say. Hawaii seems like a nice place, but I feel like I wouldn't want to visit there. I just feel bad because I feel like tourism is what's ruining that place. Oh no! Don't go there. Yeah, this guy is very suspicious off this fucking bat. Does this have unique music? I think it does. I don't remember this music. Is that a sausage with a bone? Uh-oh. Bro, it's just a beach. This isn't ground of anyone. Fucking Mono Tiki Tia. All these gods are so rude. He said the thing. They just ran off without you. They didn't really vanish. He's being a bit of a drama queen right now. They're still drinking pink drink. I want to eat that pink drink. Shaggy surfing on the door is pretty funny. I'll give it that. The natives. Bro, they're human beings. I think you're full of bullshit, Shaggy. Scooby Doo isn't missing, he's right there. He points to an empty spot on the ground. Scooby Doo isn't people, even though he can talk and think. I'm starting to think these aren't the best children. The stupid old man. He just disappears. Thank you, red herring old man. Run, 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 the ghost drum has come. A drum, Scooby-Doo hath come. Gay. Oh my god. Everyone said zoinks except Velma, who said zoink. What a fucking crazy thing to happen. How about we let him die? God, they're so dumb. I love them. What? What? They walked for one step to find the newspaper. Jesus. His article is on the front page and the back page, but none of the pages in between. What a fucking strange newspaper. Knowing who the culprit is, that struggle that they showed earlier doesn't make any sense. What the fuck happened there? Maybe you just dragged some bullshit around. They just forgot, I guess. You fucking whore, Fred. Oh, Jesus Christ, Shaggy, you're way too good at this. Oh no, the old man. Fucking Velma. I thought of a joke for later. All of these are like filler scenes. You'd write in place of something actually happening. God, the least scary main villain of all time. I guess he's the secondary villain? Oh my god, just actual skulls on pikes. He's just so obviously fake. Oh, he was just behind a wall. I have no respect for the villains in this episode. The thing that scares them the most is this warthog, or wild boar, or whatever. Hey, this is such a strangely worded scene. The most dangerous thing in the episode. I feel like a lot of people died of wild boars, but I don't know how. I'm sure it's some gruesome way. Isn't that a dirt floor? How do they make a trap door on the dirt floor? Fucking Fred, you goddamn overdramatic son of a bitch. What, it's a cave? They're just so easily evaded. There are no ghosts in this episode. I guess they're in a haunted village. This episode feels rushed. Oh my god. You can even see the wheels moving. It's just so obviously fake. Oh my god. Eh. The witch doctor isn't even scary. I guess he's got a skeleton skull on his stupid staff. uh, uh, that's it. Oh, there was old man. Yee. Jesus Christ. Hey, you weren't looking for some people that look like me, were you? Oh yeah, they went over there. Fucking great. God, what is this pacing? Blue oysters. This way. Transition. They had no intention of doing anything in this episode. They're like, ah, fuck. We for doing this episode, we got to go to Hawaii, so we're just gonna fucking fake something until it works. No wonder I can't remember anything that happens in this episode. It's all filler. Nothing is happening. What even is the point of this stupid plane? I don't understand it. It's not real. You're just on fucking. You're tripping out right now, Shaggy. Exactly. Ah, that's refreshing. Love that shit. God. The old man has become wet. He's completely useless now. I'm completely useless now. Yeah. Alright, that's enough of that. Fucking old man. Red herring old man. You could just go back the way you came. And I guess they did. I don't know. Who is that mysterious old man? We may know someday. Ah, shut the fuck up, Witch Doctor. Oh my god, he's scared him off, apparently. I feel like if you just set out some thumbtacks, he would just be completely defeated. His bare ass feet. They even had to make the sound of the wheels just so you know it's not real. Also, I don't understand how they operated this giant mechanical nonsense. It's not even scary. He's too big to be real, you know? At least there's some benefit of the doubt with some of these villains where they're like, okay, this might theoretically exist and nobody is discovered it or whatever, or whoever it is died. But like how obviously the fucking giant ass statue of Mono Tiki Tia is fake because it wouldn't exist otherwise. That thing wouldn't just be hanging around outside of Starbucks. No, Dracula can go to Starbucks. Brought to you by the name brand coffee instead of Starbucks, because fuck that. Let's get your. Oh my god, what is happening? This is lewd. Topless dancing. Ridiculous. What's the action? A sentence that normal humans say. That is true. Oh, yes. You fucking idiots, Shaggy. It's obviously the fucking witch doctor. The laugh track thought that was hilarious. Uh-oh, we can't see. Gentlemen. Oh. He would have sounded pretty badass if he knew it was John Sims. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Sims. Instead, he just sounded like a confused old fool. Mr. John Sims? I feel like they should have a bit more confidence in their assertions. But they're usually wrong, so I guess they really shouldn't. Casey Kasem. Tomorrow? Does he play baseball by any chance? I get thanks. What? What? What a dick. Oh no, we can't stop. And some say Scooby-Doo is still going to this day. God, that episode sucks. Jesus Christ. I laughed a little at it. At it. I didn't laugh with it, so I guess that's the main problem. Anyhow, that's it for Tiki Scares No Fair. And you know what? It wasn't fair that I had to watch it. That's it. Next up, who's afraid? The Big Bad Weird. Not me, for certain. I would never. Oh yeah, I fucked up the video. I forgot to do that. Anyhow, that should be enough time. You're going in 3, 2, 1. No question mark in this title, even though they usually punctuate their titles for whatever strange reason. Werewolf Howling at the Moon, pretty standard chiller, I'd say. Very brief, too. It's rude to talk about Daphne that way, when she's right in front of you. Ow. Shaggy doing his best Michael Jackson pose there. Hmm. I'm sort of in the mood to watch this episode. I've never hated this episode, but I've just never found it to be all that great. It's a fair enough watch. The size 9 shoes. I wish I were informed enough how to tell something is 2 or 4-legged by the tracks. I'm sure it's something quite simple. So I can picture 2-legged tracks in my mind, but I don't know what the fuck 4-legged creatures would look like. The scissors in the back pocket was such an important gag that it was included in trivia on the DVDs, even though it just only happens like once. It'd be more of a zombie werewolf than it is a ghost werewolf. A zombie wolf, if you will. Where we will spend the rest of the episode. It'd be weird if there was an episode where it was, just a wolf. I feel like that's more of a comics idea, though. Because it sucks and is bad. There's water in that water dispenser. Werewolf must refill it regularly, or he doesn't touch it at all. I do kind of like these episodes where they're looking for something suspicious, but they're not finding it, even though we, the audience, see it. Same thing happened with ooh, what was that? What the heck is going on? I think where they're like, "Oh, it wouldn't be. I don't see any sign of no ghost." Yeah, we went to the commercial break without them even meeting it. Hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, it happened in Backstage Rage. That's the one I'm thinking of. They also use the phrase "wild goose chase." That's what jogged my memory. What are you gonna bet, Freddy? Money? You don't have any money. How does Daphne know the ghosts don't need maps? She sounds like she has authority on the subject. Okay, got it. Tell me, do you been hiding? Yeah, I like this one too. I do like Pretty Mary Sunlight, which is the last one we haven't heard yet, but I don't know if I like this version of it that much. Mhm. I don't. What? What? Why does the rail go directly onto the boat? Well, just like all ghost werewolves do, they lock people in rooms. That's their scary thing they do. I don't understand the point of. Oh, I guess if they're smuggling, then a pop top barge might be useful for something. Uh, God, that reference is probably going to get lost out of time eventually. This episode is another episode which is like the opposite of some of them, where it's like they spend way too much time on the mystery when it isn't particularly complicated of a scheme. And of course, we hear sheep, and it is a sheep wrestling operation, but we will never see the cute sheepies because they're cowards. Absolute cowards. This is like the Ace Attorney equivalent of mystery solving. They have to do things they shouldn't have to do to solve a mystery. In Ace Attorney, you have to find the real culprit. In Scooby Doo, they have to capture the villain when they could just solve who the villain is before they capture him. Like, say, Clue Club, I believe they do it in that. But a grand old chase resulting in a Mickey Mouse fucking Rube Goldberg contraption trap that fails and eventually works to catch a villain is markedly more exciting than just confronting the villain in a room, if a bit less narratively satisfying. I feel like that just skewered Daphne's flesh. Oh, they didn't bother to animate them going into the water. They just get. They did the fucking sound effect instead of animating it. That's very lazy of them. I feel like the way the werewolf ghost is paddling right now, he should just be going in circles. Also, a problem with this episode is even though they are focusing on the mystery, there's no suspects. And they never reveal the name of the person, of the culprit who actually did it. It's obviously a guy, just some guy, but it's not like a guy's name. It's not like John Wilson, the sheep rustler. It's just a sheep rustler. He also has a stupid voice. I'm not one to talk. Oh, I gotta do one more episode because I'm not just gonna have one random episode in the middle of the other ones. And they just reuse the same fucking ending gag they do a million times. One thing I will point out this episode that I do like is the fact that they keep the continuity with him, with them shaving the werewolf's hair off, aka the only hair on his body, aka the fucking mask's wig, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, we're speedrunning this, so we're gonna get going to fucking Don't Fool with the Phantom right away. Final episode of season 2, let's get on it. In three, two, one. Don't fool with the Phantom. Kill me now. That's what the KLMN stands for. I think those are just literally all the letters in a row. I wonder if that's an actual radio station. Or if it's like an airport or something. Hmm. Why is Brill holding the fucking trophy already? What a sinister looking man. How the fuck did he do that? They accidentally drew Roger Stevens over there by the kids. Unless it was like a projection that they never explained. How did he do that so quickly? How did he tie up Johnny so quickly? Unless there was some sort of time dilation going on. Thanks, Casey Kasem. Wax Phantom, apropos of nothing. They never explain that either. Strange days indeed. Most peculiar. Bam! Daphne without fucking lipstick is cursed. Oh my god, Shaggy Scooter. God, that thing's fucking deprecated as all shit. I feel like they initially wanted the scooter. Maybe it was me. Maybe I wanted that. Why does this man have gray skin? Be quiet in my house. There's a cemetery nearby. Is he quiet all the time, like me? And also my TV. Just fuck around in people's houses. This is the exact same scene from Clue for Scooby Doo. Bubble Ghost Stew. Who wouldn't want to have this guy on your fucking TV show? Warn them that what? That he's a real. Oh my god, skeleton wave. Ah, the fucking red herrings. It's so obvious it's a red herring too because he couldn't be across town at the same time. I guess the red herring is that I guess they think he made the wax film or they might be in cahoots, but now he's just completely unrelated. She is adept at um, she has a knack for overstatement or hyperbole. Holy shit, they got so many. I feel like they just got the crumbs at the bottom of the box though. Get scanned. And since they're on low budget, they don't get to animate any of this shit. You kind of need if they've reused these designs. And not really, they kind of suck. They have whites in their eyes, which is not typical. Yeah, I feel like they just did that so they'd save on color, which is respectable. Ink is expensive and it takes a while to draw whites in the eyes of every frame. I wonder how much time they saved with that in reality. Imagine letting the wax phantom on your plane. It's just sitting next to some old lady and a crying child. Hmm. feel like that's just a safety hazard in a wax museum. Also, who is the Black Widow? Because it's not the Wax Phantom, and he doesn't have any accomplices. I have a feeling there are a lot of hidden accomplices that we never see again. Oh, I love old Paxi. He's one of the funniest villains. Just because he can talk. And he's a bit of a hand. He's not that scary, but he is kind of spooky. Seems like an inconvenient place to stash this. Yes, and good improv, Daphne. There must be another exit to that room they're in, because they obviously don't exit through the grate. He's just so pleased with himself. Love Waxy. Cry. Okay, so Daphne obviously leaves the grate. Let us exit stage right. Actually, I don't know the difference between stage right and stage left. Never a theater kid. Hmm. I suppose it's an easy lookup, at least. Mm-hmm. Pretty Mary Sunlight, she's alright. Who's this woman on this song? His accompaniment. It's not just Austin Roberts. I don't know what. This is one of the first appearances of. Nah, I'm not going to mention that because it's reversed. I don't need to look around because I'm in heaven since I found my. I like the Jerry Reed version of the song better. I appreciate that Davy Jones' version of that other song they did. I Can Make You Happy, but I think I like both versions of that pretty much equally. I guess I never really listened to this version so much. I just wish it was on normal snack tracks. Or if someone found the original masters somewhere. I just want to listen to them. God, the fake door. Just indulging in Looney Tunes routines. Alright, final act, final episode, final season of the original Scooby Doo. I don't count that later season because it doesn't make any sense to count a series from 1978 is the same thing as the original show, you know? That one's closer to the Scooby Doo show, so I always just consider it the third season of that, since it was the third season of that. Names aren't everything, you know. They're easily changed and easily misnamed. I would know. Well. Like, they just run away. What assholes. No, hey, idiot. Yeah, I think I have a soft spot for this episode. Mainly because of old Waxy. Daphne, it's the entire Waxworks. You've just locked yourselves out of the action, which is probably the best thing you could have done. Ah, shit. Oof. Ow. Ooh. Oh, God. What a terrible way to die. Scooby and Shaggy die in the last episode of Scooby Doo, little known fact, after they get bathed in wax. Well, looks like you killed him again, Fred. It's just his corpse, his burned, suffocated corpse. Well, I'm glad we've established all of these shows are a prequel to this episode where they all die. Oh, she just slammed him in the head with a mallet. I feel like this would have worked better as an earlier episode because obviously nobody was the Wax Phantom wasn't real. Could have played off the fact, I guess. Daphne's neck is gone. That's the problem. Oh, it's back. Don't worry. We can all laugh. At least they got wax statues to replace the dead Shaggy and Scooby. And that's it. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? A good show, but not, you know, it's not flawless. I don't know if I can call it objectively good, even. It's cheap. It's got a lot of fucking errors. Not all the plots are well thought out. But it's nice, simple entertainment for all ages. I like the characters. I like the basic structure. The music is pretty good. So it's a series that survives essentially off of the elements that don't matter. It's lasted 50 plus years, and I'm sure it'll last at least 50 more. Like, come on. It's Scooby Doo. Well, I don't know about 50 more. At least 10 more. Before they run out of ideas for direct to video movies. Oh, yeah. It's time to rank them. Because I didn't do that last time. Writing Scoober? Yeah, no bad. Oh, yeah, I skipped the last ones. Which? Away goes the ship. Space Kook. It's not light. And that's Snow Ghost. Is there an apostrophe? Yeah, there is. Only 5 in this one. Okay, and then I have to do the ones after that, which is Nowhere to Hide. Story. Man's Mix Up. Notes with girls right. And Jeepers, It's the Creeper. I have to do fucking 8 in this one. Jeepers, It's the Creepy. Haunted House Hang Up. Tiki Scare It's No Fair. Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Werewolf? And Don't Fool with Phantom. Okay. I think my favorite of these is Which is Which. It's a quality episode. After that, it's probably Night of Frights and Northern Lights. The worst one is probably Go Away Ghost Ship. And the real question is, do I like Space Kook or Snow Ghost better? I think I like Snow Ghost better. Maybe not. I don't. Oh yeah, I think I like Space Kook better. They're pretty even in my book. All right, Nowhere to Hide. I think that one's my favorite of season 2, just because it's overall quality all around. They still got some of that season 1 writing yet. The worst one is A Tiki Scare Is No Fair. That's 8. Second best. Oh god, this is difficult. Because I don't like many of these. Well, it's second worst. It's either Scooby's Night with a Frozen Fright or Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Werewolf. I think it's Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Werewolf. That episode sucks. And Scooby's Night with a Frozen Fright is either 6 or 5, depending on how I view it. No, Mystery Mask Mix-Up is racist and terrible. But it's really funny somehow. Okay. I think that's fair. Mystery Mask Mix-Up is 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, yeah. I didn't miscount or anything. Haunted House Hang Up, Jeepers It's the Creeper, and Don't Fool with the Phantom. I think Old Waxy is 4. He has a fine episode, but he's not the scariest or the funniest thing ever. So Haunted House Hang Up and Jeepers is the Creeper. It really depends. I think I like Haunted House Hang Up better, so Jeepers is the Creeper is 3. Alright, so there's all my rankings. You can see them right there. Out of my favorites of the favorites, a Clue for Scooby-Doo, Backstage Rage, Which is Which, and Nowhere to Hide, I would place Nowhere to Hide at 4th. Backstage Rage is my favorite episode. Clue for Scooby-Doo is probably 3rd, which leaves Which is Which as the 2nd best. I just have such an attachment to that episode, and everyone's fucking stupid and blind. I love it. Alright, kids and girls. That's it. That's the whole shebang. So, that'll be it for the night. Thank you, and good morning. And good night. Alright, that's enough.